2022 draft has been widely criticized about its lack of stellar quarterback talent. Compared to previous drafts, this year we don't have that clear-cut number one overall pick that is going to change the course of an NFL franchise. Like last year, we had 5 quarterbacks that would be taken into consideration for the first round. But one quarterback has been widely recognized for his insane talent.
He's a transfer from Auburn, spent a couple years on the Plains. He said he prayed and asked God for a place to show what he could do, and he certainly found it.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining out.
Willis is a magician.
Malik Willis, in his final season at Liberty, finished with 2,857 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions to go along with an 8-5 record. The star quarterback added to his resume with an impressive 13 rushing touchdowns in 2021. The quarterback showcased his amazing arm talent at the Senior Bowl and his pro day, but the question still remains: how good is he? Hello everybody, my name is Anish Gupta, and welcome back to the Cold Hard Truth NFL podcast, bringing you the cold hard truth on everything football. Now, we're in the height of the NFL offseason, so you know we had to give you guys some much needed draft content, and here it is. In this video, we will be going over the strengths and weaknesses of Malik Willis, as well as some comparison and fits, before finally telling you how he ranks in this 2022 draft class. Remember, if videos like these interest you, please consider liking and subscribing down below. It only takes a couple seconds of your time, and we truly appreciate it. And while you're down there, feel free to turn on the post notification bell so you won't miss out on football content like this. So, without further ado, here's my scouting report on Liberty quarterback Malik Willis. Now, to touch on some of his strengths, the biggest thing that scouts rave about Malik Willis is his arm talent. His rare combination of athleticism and arm strength allow him to be a dynamic player and push the ball down the field. Let's start with this play versus Middle Tennessee. He takes a deep drop, shuffles, and delivers a perfect ball over 2 defenders for the big gain. Watch his follow through. His touch was perfect, and his front toe points perfectly to where he wants the ball to reach. Another showcase of his talent. Immediate rollout, keeps his eyes down the field, and shows arm strength on this moon ball. The release was quick, the touch and velocity was perfect, and he fitted in such a tight window about 50 yards away. This is an underrated throw showing off his arm strength. He immediately gets into his stance and delivers a rocket past the numbers. Gives you a lot of versatility on short passes and different spread concepts, knowing your quarterback can hit these throws quick. Look at this throw. Absolute laser off the RPO. Usually receivers don't get the ball that early, but it was a perfect dart in between the defenders. Watch his back foot as he drives this ball directly in the open space. Another beautiful throw in stride here. Recognizes the safety help is late, beats the too high shell, and his receiver doesn't slow down at all. One more here. It's an unnecessary backpedal, but to throw the ball with this type of touch and accuracy off your back foot is absolutely crazy. Simple plays like these show scouts his true potential. Now, with Malik Willis, we have to talk about his running ability. His athleticism and dual threat capabilities make him the most dynamic quarterback in this draft class. We see 11 personnel here, good coverage down the field, and Willis simply outruns all 3 levels of the defense. This play shows his pure speed and elusiveness down the field. Once Willis gets into the open field, it's very hard to bring him down from behind. His combination of speed, quickness, and acceleration allows him to turn broken down plays into 30-plus yard highlights, which is very valuable in today's NFL. This play shows how he buys time when plays break down. Typical tight coverage in the red zone, and he runs left to utilize the open space of the end zone and eventually finds a receiver in that space. Now, this is to only highlight his off-script ability. No QB in this draft can keep plays alive like this. It simply proves that one of his strengths is his traits that can be modeled into the likes of Mahomes, Herbert, Allen, etc. Alright, let's get to some of his weaknesses. While Willis has the tools to be a star QB in this league, he lacks consistent pocket awareness and field recognition, which can lead to elbow drops in his throwing motion and a bit of overstride. Watch this play here. Notice how much torque he generates with his hips on this throw. The base is perfectly wide, but his small frame shows its limitations here. When the pocket narrows down, you can't expect these type of releases down the field from him. Willis's accuracy tends to massively drop outside the pocket. He's not a polished passer, and you see him throw wild balls that shouldn't be thrown. You see another wild throw here. The ball comes off a bit sideways and too high, and he squanders the back shoulder throw. The ball needs to be placed near the sideline rather than up for grabs inside. If I'm being brutally honest, he is a first-read quarterback. Yes, it's part of his system, but you can see him struggle beyond his first progression. You see the unnecessary sacks, the bad decisions that turn into potential highlights, but that's largely because of his athleticism. He won't get away with it as much in the NFL. He needs to climb up in the pocket and make these second and third reads. He needs to process route patterns, understand coverages inside and outside the numbers, and this will take some time with a good and modern offensive staff. Now, with a talented quarterback like Malik Willis, let's give him an NFL comparison. My immediate thought in terms of play style was Jalen Hurts, and I'm going to stick with that. Both quarterbacks show limitations as a passer, especially when progressing through the first read. It's hard not to acknowledge the RPO both QBs ran, but Willis has shown me more upside in terms of arm talent. Another comparison I like is a better version of Drew Lock. Lock has the arm to launch the ball vertically with touch to lead receivers outside the numbers. Willis has that similar ability, but I think his mobility gives him the edge that Drew Lock never had. To round this video out, I'm going to give my NFL draft day fits. For number 1, I hope he goes to the Carolina Panthers. That dynamic backfield of Willis and McCaffrey would be really special to watch. The Panthers would utilize Rule's college offense so much better with the spread system, getting the ball out quick via nakeds or bootlegs. Another fit I'd love is the Detroit Lions. He'd get some time to learn as a pocket passer behind Jared Goff, who still succeeded in this league. He will also have a yak monster in Amon-Ra St. Brown, as well as DeAndre Swift to carry the workload out the backfield, as well as short screens. You want Malik Willis in a spread offense with a lot of RPOs and flats. This will utilize his skill set while keeping his arm as an X factor, rather than having it be solely something he relies on. Well, that concludes my scouting report on Malik Willis. Thank you guys so much for watching. While I think he is a very raw prospect and needs coaching, I think he is the best quarterback available in this 2022 draft class. For more off-season content, feel free to follow our Instagram and our TikTok down below in the description, and feel free to leave a comment. I will respond to all of them, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Anish from the Cold Hard Truth NFL podcast, and we will see you next time.